Welcome back to my video. I am Shibang, your tarot card reader. So today's video is on about July 2025 tarot prediction and guidance. So you can see there are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 with the earth signs Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus. Pile 2 with the air signs Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Pile 3 with the fire signs Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And pile 4 with the water signs Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Choose your pile with your zodiac signs or choose anything intuitively, whatever pulling you, and you will find the timestamps on the description box. Go and click on your reading. Hello, pile 1, my dear earth signs. Welcome to your July's prediction and guidance. So, we will cover up 7 questions in today's reading, okay? 7 questions. So, the first question is what will you accomplish? Second is what obstacle will you face? Third is what should you embrace? Fourth is what should you ignore? Fifth is your career prediction and guidance. Sixth is love life. Seventh is health, okay? So this is going to be a detailed July prediction and guidance for you. Okay. So let's see the cards. I have already shuffled all the cards. So let's see one by one. So, okay. So the first questions was what will you accomplish? And for that you got the Page of Wands in reversed. Next was what obstacle will you face? And for that you got Queen of Swords in upright. Then was what should you embrace? You got the Five of Pentacles in reversed. And last was what should you ignore? And you got the King of Swords in upright. Next, I'm gonna move to the career, love life, and health. For career, you got Progression's Journey. For love life, 9th house exploration. And for health, you got Pallas Athena, Think. Okay, so overall, a very beautiful spread has come for you. Now let's dive deep into the reading. Okay, so the first question for you was what will you accomplish in the month of July? And for that, you got the Page of Wands in reverse. This card, you got this card. So I'm feeling like July may begin with a lots of thoughts running through your head. It can be ideas, plans, or dreams you wanted to act on. Okay, but the energy might not match your excitement level. Okay, you may feel tired, unmotivated, or even unsure of what you really want. You might feel like you're not starting anything new, or like you're lacking inspiration. You might feel like I'm lacking inspiration. But here's the deeper truth. This month is not about action. It is about figuring out what truly excites you and what doesn't. You will start to see where your energy goes naturally, or where you have been forcing things. So you will start to figure those things out. Where is my energy going? Where is my energy flowing naturally? And where I'm forcing things. July will reveal that to you. Okay. Your biggest accomplishment for July will be, slowing down and realizing what is not meant for you anymore. Okay. You will stop chasing things that feels empty, and from that space, new inspiration will slowly return, stronger and more real. Okay, so you know what? For July, the Page of Wands in reverse is telling you to. July is not a race. Stop racing. Stop running. Okay, it is not a race. It is a It is a pause that clears your path. Okay, July is a pause that you needed to clear your path, to let go of all the forced things and move gently and flow like a river. Okay. So the next question was, what obstacle will you face in July? And you got the card Queen of Swords in upright. Okay. So with the Queen of Swords in upright, I can see that this month, you might feel like you have been emotionally very strong. Maybe even too strong. Okay. And so the Queen of Swords is bringing you truth, logic, and clarity. But you have to understand that she also carries a sword. She also carries a sharp edge. Okay. So the challenge here is balance. You may feel the need to cut off your emotions to protect yourself, or you might deal with someone around who feels cold, distant, or too blunt with their words. It can also be your own voice. It's not just others. It can also be your own voice. Maybe your own voice is saying to yourself, don't be too emotional, don't show weakness, be smart, be careful, be distant. All the time your mind is nagging yourself of these words. Don't be too emotional, don't show your weakness, be smart, be careful, be distant. All the times your voice is saying this to you. Okay, but here's the thing, being wise doesn't mean shutting down your heart. Your obstacles will be letting yourself stay soft while being strong. That is what I'm feeling. Your obstacles will be as simple as that. Being wise doesn't mean that you should shut down your heart. So that is your obstacle, is what I'm figuring out. Okay, your obstacle will be letting yourself stay soft while still being strong. Okay, you don't need to push everyone away to prove you're clear-headed. Okay, let logic guide you, but don't let it silence your feelings. Okay, so that is the obstacle I'm getting. Okay, next card is, what should you embrace in July? And for that you got Five of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, so actually this Five of Pentacles is giving me a very beautiful sign of healing. Okay, like you're healing from something. That's what I'm sensing. In the past, you may have felt left out, unsupported, or like you were forcing things all alone. Okay, whether emotionally, financially, or even spiritually. But in July, you're being guided to step out of that lonely space. Okay, with the Five of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, this is reversed. Okay? In reversed, it shows that help is available now. It was not back then. You might have felt unsupported by some reason, but now there is help around you. Okay, it could come through a friend, it could come through a mentor, and you can even receive some unexpected money, or even it can be as less as a moment of clarity within yourself. Okay, but you will receive it for sure. And to receive it, you will need to open up again. Okay, this card is asking you to embrace new hope, small steps of recovery, and the courage to ask for help when you need it. Okay, you need to ask for help. You need to have the courage to ask for help. Even asking for help also needs some courage, especially for introvert people like me. It takes so much courage to just ask for help. Okay, I would be suffering just all alone and not taking help from others because I don't have the courage. What will people say? What will they think? Will I be too much of a bother? That kind of problem I have faced as an introvert in my life. So I may also understand where you're coming from. Okay, but you will receive the courage. You have the courage to ask for help when you need it. Okay, you don't have to do everything alone anymore. Okay, you will receive courage. You will receive help for sure. Okay, and with the card in reversed, I can see that the worst part of the storm has passed and you're being invited back into the light. Okay, so let yourself believe that the things can get better now. Okay, so the next question was, what should you ignore in July? And for that you got the King of Swords. With the King of Swords, I can feel that this month is telling you to be out of control, as in it is asking you to let go of the pressure to be always in control. The King of Swords is all about logic, structure, and staying in charge. But sometimes that mindset becomes too strict. Okay, so you might feel the need to overthink and plan everything, or even emotionally shut down to stay strong. Okay, but July is not about being cold, perfect, or calculating. You don't need to know every step ahead right now. Okay, you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't even need to protect yourself with overthinking. With overthinking, you can never protect yourself. Okay, this is the month where you should lead with intuition, not just your intellect, but with your intuition. Use your intuition. Okay, your mind, your inner voice might have been always telling you, don't feel, just figure it out. Don't feel anything, just figure things out. Okay, stop listening to that. Ignore that voice. Ignore that voice and instead listen to the one that says, just be, just trust. Okay, you need to trust. You need to just be. Okay, you don't have to move. You can just stay still. You don't have to control everything out. You don't have to figure out everything. Okay, your softness is not a weakness, it is your power this month. Okay, so that's all for the first part. Let's move on to the career. So for career, you got the progressions journey. Okay, okay, so the energy around your career in July feels slow, steady, and meaningful, I must say. The card progressions journey tells us that you're in a transition phase. Not where you started, but not at the finish line either. Okay. It might feel like you're in between, and that can be a little bit frustrating. But it's not a bad place to be. Just because you're not either into two places doesn't mean that you're in a bad place. Okay. Your mind might feel like that, but and it might make you frustrated, but that is not how it is. You're not in a bad place, you're just in a place. Okay, not good, not bad either. Okay, you're just in a place and let it be. I have already told you with the King of Swords to let go of control. So that is the biggest message throughout the reading I'm getting. Okay, so you can see with the imagery, let me hold out the card for you. You can see with the imagery there is a clock, there is a mountain, and there are circles. There are circles all over the imagery. Okay, so this is all about divine timing. Okay, this shows divine timing. This is all about divine timing with the clock. I can feel. Okay, things are moving, but they're unfolding layer by layer. Okay, you may not see instant success this month, but that doesn't mean you're off the track. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot see the video, so maybe I hope you can see the card clearly. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so whatever I say, things are moving, but they're unfolding in layers. Okay, you may not see instant success this month, but that doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. Okay, in fact, the progress you're making right now, the small steps, the progress you're making right now will last a long time. Okay, and I feel like you will reflect a lot in this month. Okay, you will reflect about different things in this month, like is this really the work I want to do? You might ask this question a lot. Or what kind of life do I want to build? You might ask this kind of questions a lot. Okay, you're not just building a career, you're building a journey that feels true to your soul. Okay, and an advice for you is to trust the slow pace, okay? Trust your inner compass more than a clock, okay? This was very deep. Trust your inner compass more than a clock, okay? So next was about your love life. And for your love life, we got the ninth house exploration. So July is bringing a fresh, open, and adventurous energy to your love life. Whether you're single or in a relationship, love this month feels like a journey and not like a destiny. Like, it feels more like a journey than a destiny. Okay. The ninth house is all about growth, freedom, and learning through experience. Okay. And with the imagery, we can see that, there is hot air balloons, there are clouds, this is a compass, and there are telescope, there are mapping tools, okay? And this suggests that you are being asked to explore love in a new way, okay? If you're single, this could mean you might meet someone from a different culture or a background. You might feel curious about new types of people or relationships. Maybe you will choose people from not from your type, from not your general type, okay? You might open your heart to long distance relationships or online relationships. And if not that, then it can also be you're falling in love with your own life first, okay? And if you're in a relationship, you might feel the need to break some routines, okay? Try something new together, have deep conversations, or plan an experience that brings joy and connection, okay? This is your time to learn about each other all over again, okay? You might also go for traveling or vacation if that is what you were planning for a long time. This might finally happen, okay? The advice for you for this month is let love breathe, okay? Don't force labels or timelines. Just stay open, curious, and free. So let's move on to your last question, that was health. And we got the card Pallas Athena for you. Pallas Athena with Think. Okay. Okay, with the Pallas Athena and Think, we can clearly see that your health this month is strongly connected to your mind, okay? July is highlighting how your thoughts, stress, and mental patterns are affecting your body. With the imagery, we can see there are green leaves, blue colors. Blue colors is often signifies calmness and peace, okay? We can see some stars and rocks as well. This is showing that while you're trying to stay strong and hold things together, there is also tension building beneath the surface for you, okay? You may notice you may notice health problems like headache, fatigue, anxiety, or tightness around your neck, shoulder, or even jaw, okay? Or a tiredness that doesn't go away even after resting, like you have rested a long time, you're waking up from sleep and you're still feeling very tired. You might have felt like this, or you may feel like this in the month of July, okay? This is your body saying that you don't need to keep fighting all the time, especially in your head, okay? You're allowed to rest yourself, you're allowed to rest your mind too, okay? Let go of the pressure to think your way out of everything. Instead, move your body, connect with nature, breathe deeply, and most importantly, protect your energy, okay? This is very important for you to protect your energy Again, I'm repeating, protect your energy, move your body, connect with nature. Okay? You don't need to solve everything right now. Okay? If your mind is pushing you to solve everything, so no, you don't have to solve everything right now. Take a deep breath and relax, rest, give your mind a little bit of rest. Okay? And the last advice for you in case of your health is to take care of your nervous system. Okay? Take care of your nervous system. That's all. It's a strong sign. If you feel like uh, I have to go to a doctor about my nerves, then this is a sign from me to you. Go and check a doctor about it. Uh, if this feels serious, otherwise just I'm telling you to take care of your nervous system. Okay? So that's all for your reading. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Tata. Goodbye. Take care. And please subscribe to my channel if you like this type of content. I post this types of content every week, and every day I post shorts and carousel posts. If you want a personal reading from me, details will be given in the description box. Do check it out. Till then, tata, bye bye. Hello, pile 2, my dear air signs. Welcome to your reading. So we will be covering 7 questions in this reading, and the questions will be: what will you accomplish? What obstacles will you face? What should you embrace? What should you ignore? Career, love life, and health, all and everything in details about your July. So these cards will reveal the first 4 questions. So the first question is, what will you accomplish? And for that you got the Empress in upright. Next is, what obstacle will you face? And for that you got the Temperance in reversed. Next is, what should you embrace? And for that you got the Devil in reverse. You can see there that you got 3 major arcana cards at the beginning of your reading, and the Ace of Pentacles in upright for the question, what should you ignore? Okay. For career you got Ceres Nature. I will just keep it here. For love life you got Capricorn, Achieve. And for health you got Chiron, Heal. This card already talks about health and recovery. Wait, let me fix everything and return. Okay, I have fixed the cards and I have returned. Okay, I have covered this up because it has some naked pictures of one girl and one boy. So I have covered it up with the hibiscus. So let's begin. Okay, so the first question was, what will you accomplish? And for that you received the cards, the Empress. Okay, so with the Empress card in upright and what will you accomplish in July, I can see that your energy is feeling very soft, glowing, and abundant. The first thing I am feeling is that you're creating something, you're receiving something, but not by force. Gently and naturally, you're receiving and giving. In July, you may not accomplish a big success, but you will accomplish a beautiful mindset where you will feel like, whatever I have, that is enough for me. Whatever I'm receiving gently and naturally without forcing it. Maybe you might be in the month of July, you might start loving yourself, loving your body. If you had problems with your body, if you had a bad viewpoint about your body, I'm seeing that you're finally starting to love yourself. Your viewpoint is shifting, your mind is shifting, is something I'm seeing. You're making your home, you're making your space, you're making your relationship feel more cozy. Or you might be entering into a creative project, or the energy around you, you're trying to make the energy around you feel more nurturing and gentle, or even just feeling secure in your own skin. The Empress is a divine feminine energy. You're in a receiving mood. The divine feminine is all about receiving. Okay, You're in a position where you're not chasing anything. You're just being. You're just there. You're not chasing, you're just there, standing still. And because you're in that energy, you're not in a chasing arc. That is why big blessings are quietly finding themselves to you. Big blessings are coming towards you because of that. Whatever you were growing consciously or unconsciously, finally the first fruits you will start seeing in the month of July. And I really mean it. I really, really mean it. In the month of July, you will see the fruits finally reaping, or the fruits are finally appearing in the trees you were growing slowly, unconsciously, or consciously. Okay. Your biggest accomplishment will be in the month of July is that you are loving yourself deeply, without any guilt, without any comparison, just the way you are, just as you are. Okay, so for the next question, what challenge you will face in the month of July? You got the card Temperance in reversed. Okay. So here I am feeling an energy of imbalance with the Temperance in reversed. I can sense an energy of imbalance. In this month, you might feel a feeling of confliction inside yourself. You will feel some conflict inside yourself, okay? In one side, you will be trying very hard, and on the other side, you might feel like giving up totally, okay? Whatever you have started, you might feel like giving up totally, and the other side, you might feel like trying hard, okay? And that will be the conflict. You might feel like you want to balance everything out, from work, emotions, routine, mindset. But however you try to balance, you will still feel a unrestlessness or unsteadiness inside yourself, a restlessness inside yourself. For example, maybe one day you will feel very motivated, and the next day, your energy will totally drop, okay? And suddenly it will happen. Maybe one day you're eating too much, and the next day you're skipping totally. You're skipping all your meals. Sometimes you might feel like not sleeping at all. Without sleeping, you're spending your nights, and one day you might oversleep, okay? The temperance has come in reverse, which means you want some peace, but the mental peace is not coming because you're trying to balance out what is outside. That is your focus. Your focus is balancing on what is outside and not what is inside. You're ignoring your inner balance. Whatever you are trying to, force to fix, maybe the limit have crossed, okay? Maybe it doesn't deserve to be fixed, okay? You're giving your energy to a wrong thing or a wrong being, okay? And in the month of July, your obstacle will be to learn that just because everything else is not right doesn't mean that I am also not right. And I also have some limit, and giving respect to my limits and boundaries is a self-care. What should you embrace in the month of July was the next question. And for that, you got the devil in reversed. The devil in reversed. Okay. So this card, the first thing I'm feeling from this card is that slowly but surely you're going towards freedom. If that's what you were asking, if freedom will come or not, yes, freedom will surely come towards you. You're slowly walking towards that path. July month will be a month for you to release, okay? Maybe from releasing toxic patterns, releasing attitudes, or or anything that was taking control over you. You're slowly, you're slowly, uh, you're slowly getting away from it. You're slowly coming out of that. Okay? Maybe an unhealthy relationship. You might be coming out of an unhealthy relationship or some habit like overthinking, procrastination, or emotional dependence. You're finally coming out of it. Or you, or the boundaries of trying to say no, but ultimately you couldn't say no. You're finally coming out of it. Or things where you might feel like it is not good for me, but you still feel stuck to that. Okay, you're finally getting freedom from those things. You're finally coming out of those things. The devil reversed means that you're finally understanding that you're not a slave to these things. You have your own willpower. You're not a slave to these unhealthy habits or relationships or people. You have your own willpower and you can surely come out of it. You're finally realizing that in this month. In July, you will finally embrace your inner power. You will get the courage to say no, and you will feel your control. You will feel your power. You will feel your control. You will feel control over your body, over your mind, and your time. You will feel control over your time. This is an energy of something powerful like healing. You will not go back to your unhealthy patterns. In fact, you will try to get away from it. Okay? This month, embracing means embracing your inner fear, embracing your uh, unhealthy habits, and saying to outer pressure that enough is enough. Now I will live in my own terms. That is what you will feel about. Embracing that, embracing negativity, finally cut it off. That's how you live. Okay. So that was for this question. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. So the next question was what you should ignore, and you got the S of Pentacles. So I am getting with the Ace of Pentacles card in upright, I'm getting a very interesting message. Maybe you will expect a new start, especially in money, job offer, or a big opportunity. And Spirit is telling you to not rush. Okay. Ace of Pentacles normally, Ace of Pentacles means a new solid start. But the question was to ignore this position. Then the message becomes like, not every start should be immediate. Okay, some start can be slow and steady as well. Maybe you were feeling very eager. Maybe you might feel like I want to start something new. You were always thinking like I want to start something new, or you might feel like taking a decision or taking a financial decision. But in July, if you only rely on external outcome, if you only depend on external outcome, then you might feel some frustration. Okay, so Spirit is saying just because something is not coming immediately doesn't mean that it is not coming. Okay, just because an offer is coming towards you doesn't mean it is the right one. Okay, two possibilities. One, a new offer is coming to you, but it is not the right one, or something is taking time. So that doesn't mean that it is not coming. Okay, two possibilities. And if you want to know deeper about this, then you can book me up for a personal reading. Every details are in the description box. Okay. So in this month, you can ignore anything, any stable looking opportunity where your gut feeling is not supporting. Okay, your gut feelings will tell you. Your mind will tell that this is very stable, but your gut feelings will tell otherwise. Your guts will not support with it just because it looks nice doesn't mean it is actually nice. So don't accept it just because it's looking nice. Okay, you have to check if the opportunity is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually nourishing you or not. Okay, in July, whatever decision you're making, first take a pause. When you're seeing that everything is stable, if you're seeing that you're also comfortable with it emotionally and mentally, then take the opportunity. Okay, otherwise don't. So let's move on to the next question, that was your career in the month of July, and for that you received a series nurture. This card is something we have received. Okay. So in the month of July, the career energy is feeling very gentle. It's not the month of some aggressive ambition. It's more about nurture. Whatever you're doing, do it with care. Whatever you're doing in career, whatever it is, it can be studying, it can be tarot card reading like me, service providing, it can be uh, business, can be job. Whatever you're doing, do it with care of both the person you're dealing with and yourself. Give it some time to grow, and with the slow, nurturing, caring, growing mindset, you have to, with this mood, you have to go and lead career for the month of July. Ceres is a mother like nurturing energy. So in July, you might, it is recommended, I wish it is recommended that uh, don't take any big risk about your career, and just go on with whatever you're doing right now and do it in a better way and maintain it. Okay. Make the career routines more slow but steady. And you might also feel an emotional connection with your work. You might feel very deeply about your career. You might ask whether uh, whatever you're doing, your heart is also in it or not. If there is no connection of heart, then you might start finding it. You might start finding how you can fulfill that part. How can you make it more deep? How can you make it? How can you include your heart in doing things? And Ceres energy is also telling, if you are a creator, a healer, a teacher, or a nurturer, if you do this kind of job, then in the month of July, you will feel more powerful. People will be drawn to your kindness and your consistency. In this month, you're not hustling, you're caring. And Spirit is saying, in this care, you will grow. Okay. So the next question was about your love life, and you got this card, Capricorn, achieve. Okay. With the Capricorn and achieve, I can see, I can feel the energy in your love life is very serious. Okay. The only word that is coming into your mind after connecting with this energy is seriousness. Okay. So in July, your love life will be all about commitment, maturity, and long term thinking. Okay. This vibe is very strong. This vibe of commitment, maturity is very strong in the month of July for you in case of love life. Capricorn card is telling that there is not just emotional fantasy in love life, there is real, stable, responsible love that is needed in the connection. If you're already in a relationship, then stability is there, responsibility is there, and for some people, these things are needed. Or if you're single, then yeah, stop fantasizing and start thinking more responsibly and be real. Okay. If you're single, you're not uh, you're not ready for any casual or flaky person where you will waste your time. You need a person who will value you, who will give you stability, and with whom you will see a future. You have to ask that whether this connection is just an emotion of the moment or there is some future compatibility. Will this connection help me to grow? You have to ask those questions whenever you're entering into a new relationship or a connection. or if you're in a relationship currently. These are the things you need to ask. And I feel like if you're already in a relationship, then in this month, you and your partner will take some serious future steps. Probably you will make some plans together, or you will introduce each other to your family. Depends on the person who is watching this video, because this is a general reading. Or how to balance career and life. We will discuss about that. But there is a caution. Although the Capricorn energy is stable, sometimes it can become too practical. It can be over controlling, and there could be lack of emotional expression, and maybe over planning as well, with planning everything out. Okay, so you have to avoid those things like over controlling. You have to avoid lack of emotional expression. That's what you have to avoid, and planning everything, that you have to avoid it. These three things you have to keep it in mind. Okay, so you have to bring balance in your love life, heart and mind, emotion and maturity. You have to bring balance. Okay, in this month, in love you will grow, not through fantasy but through real actions, clear intentions, and mature energy. Okay, so that's all for your love life. Let's move on to your health. In case of health, the month of July, the energy is very deep. Okay, Chiron is about an wounded healer. Okay, so rather than just your physical body, July is nudging you to focus on your mental health as well. Okay, there could be some kind of emotional pain, trauma, or old insecurities that might surface again into your life. But this time, you're not running away from those things. You're seeing it. You're trying to understand it. And slowly, one by one, you're releasing it. You're trying to release it. What could those things be? It could be, some self-worth issues that are from your childhood. Okay, a conflicted image about your body, or any past rejection or heartbreak and its impact. Okay, Iron is telling you're not broken, but you're healing, you're becoming healthy. In case of your health, you might be feeling physically okay, but mentally you might feel very heavy. Maybe from emotional triggers, you might feel very tired. So, in this month, self compassion is very, very much needed and important. Taking a nature's walk, meditation, and journaling, these things will help you a lot in this month in case of health. Okay. And you know what? Spirit is telling that you can help yourself. You know how to help yourself. You don't need someone else to fix you. Okay. You need a touch of love inside yourself, inside your mind, inside your soul, not in your body. Your body doesn't need any help. Your mind, your soul needs the help. When you will finally start to accept yourself, at that time, you will be fully recovered. Otherwise, full recovery is not possible. Okay. But this month, you're truly accepting yourself. The beginning of acceptance is starting for this month. Okay, so that's all for your reading. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Tata, bye bye, take care. And if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and do let me know about your thoughts in the comments section. If you want a personalized reading about this question or anything else, you can DM me on my Instagram, Shibangi Tarot. If the other details are given in the description box, do check it out. Thank you so much. Tata. Bye bye once again, and take care. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So, today we will cover 7 questions, taking you through all the 7 of them one by one. Okay. So, we got some tarot cards and some oracle cards. So, first, let's go with the tarot cards. The first question was, what will you accomplish? And for that, I have already shuffled the cards, by the way. what will you accomplish? And for that, we got the Queen of Cups in reversed. What obstacle will you face? We got the Ten of Swords in reversed. Next was, what should you embrace? We got the Nine of Cups in reverse. What should you ignore? We got the Tower in upright. Your career in the month of July, we got the Venus Beloved. Love life, progression journey. And health, we got square, semi-square. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Okay. I want to mispronounce it, so I'm leaving it. And tension. Okay. I think it's quincunx. I hope that is the correct pronunciation. Quincunx. That could be the right pronunciation. Okay. With tension. Let's properly fix the positions of the card and continue with the reading. So let's begin with the first question. What will you accomplish in the month of July? And for that, you got the card Queen of Cups. I hope you can see it. The light is not. The light is actually blocking it. Let's put this here. So the first feeling I'm getting is you're slowly coming out of an emotional blockage. Okay. You might have been hiding your emotion for quite a long time. Maybe to keep everyone happy, you were avoiding yourself, you were avoiding your happiness. But in the month of July, the big accomplishment that you will get is you will accept your feelings. You will start accepting your feelings. You will realize that vulnerability is not a weakness. It is your, it is your power. Vulnerability could be your power. It could be your courage. It could be your main energy, right? Just because you're vulnerable doesn't mean that you are anyway less or anyway weak. That's what makes you a human. In fact, vulnerability is something that makes us human and not God. Okay, and there is no reason to be perfect and to be like a God, right? And I can also see you will feel this with some sudden emotional outburst. Okay, this accepting your feelings will happen with sudden outburst of emotions. Okay, maybe for some days you will feel extra sensitive and or some old thoughts or feelings might return. But this time you will not run away from it. You will hold on to it. You will feel it and you will take strength from it. In this month, you will accomplish a few things, like you will honor your emotions. You will practice self-love and you will understand how you can go deeply into self-love, how to reach deeper levels into this, and how you can be more compassionate towards others' feelings as well. Okay. And also in this month, you will understand if you don't listen to yourself, then who will listen to you? You will realize this and you will understand that if you don't listen to yourself, then who else will? Okay. And through this process of listening, you will heal from a lot of things. Okay. You will receive a lot of healing. Okay. So let's move on to the next question and card. What obstacles will you face? And you got the Ten of Swords in reversed. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords, look, the energy is very heavy with the Ten of Swords. I can already feel that. Okay, but one thing is that this is an ending. Okay, Ten of Swords is already an ending, and because it's in reverse, it's already turning into a positive card. So I'm seeing that you're in the last phase. Okay, Nine of Swords is actually a card of, anxiety, fear, depression, and all those things. But because it is in reverse, you're finally coming out of it. You're finally healing yourself from it. You're like in the end. You're like in the end of that cycle, of that, you know, you will come out of a cycle which has been hurting you both mentally or emotionally for a very long time, and you're finally coming out of it. It could be a past betrayal, it could be a relationship where you have given a lot but didn't got much in return. It could be that as well. Or any situation where you have been broken mentally, you're finally coming out of that. Okay, but that was not the question. The question was, what obstacle will you face? So by this, you have already understood the situation you're in, right? You know that you're stuck in this situation, you're stuck in this cycle. You're in the end of the cycle, but you still can't go back. You can't break the cycle. You couldn't break the cycle for some reason. You're stuck in it. Okay, and you can come out of it, but you can't. Somehow you can't. Okay, maybe you know that the cycle has ended. You know that the bad times are gone. The cycle has ended. Everything has ended. But in the month of July, you cannot release it completely. Mentally, perhaps you're still carrying that pain. Maybe also mentally you will feel like, because I was broken once, so I can't trust again. I have a fear of trusting again. You may feel emotionally drained. You may feel tired without any reason, or very defensive. Like before doing something, you're already getting very much scared without doing anything. So Spirit is saying that things have ended, the cycle has ended. So you also have to let it go. You also have to live it. You also have to get rid of it. You're ready for some healing. The things have gone. The breakage is gone. The accident is gone. So now it's time to head to the hospital. Okay. So it's time for healing. That is what Spirit is trying to say. But if you're stuck into that energy, if you're still stuck with that memory, then you cannot, you cannot progress. You cannot make progress. You cannot move forward. Okay. So this month, the obstacle is you cannot let go of your past, and you cannot put trust in your present. Next card was what you will embrace. Next question was, what will you embrace in the month of July? And you got the Nine of Cups in reversed. So with the Nine of Cups in reversed, I can see that you're going deep about what you want. You're doing a deep reflection on what you want. Okay, and you're asking yourself, do I really want it? Whatever you want from your life, in the month of July, you're reflecting that whether you actually want it or not. Will that thing make me happy or not? Suppose, for example, you wanted to buy a Dior bag for a long time, and in the month of July, you're starting to think that, will a Dior bag actually make me happy? Should I invest on a Dior bag or not? Okay, and you know what? This Nine of Cups is all about inner fulfillment and inner satisfaction. So if you're focusing only on the fulfillment of outer wish, like career success, relationship success, or status, your status in society, if you're only focusing on that, then in this month you may feel like you have everything, but still something is missing. Okay, because you're in your inner world, you're not satisfied. Okay, so you might feel like that a lot. So I'm getting that in this month of July, you might embrace these things like you will give priority to your emotional fulfillment, what everybody expects from you or what everybody expects in general. You will not do that. You will do what actually makes you happy. Okay, you will do what makes you happy rather than listening to other people or what the society says or what the status says. Okay, you will listen to you. So does that is doing this making me happy? Okay, and finally you will ask questions like, am I really happy? You will try to find out the real answer of this question. Am I really happy? So spirit is saying that embrace the real you. What do you want and what makes you happy? Okay, so this is something that you should embrace and you will be embracing in the month of July. Okay, so the next card was what should you ignore, and for that you got the Tower card and upright. Okay, so the Tower card normally means breaking something, shock, unexpected change, and the shock is like bad shock. Okay, negative shock, unexpected change, or just sudden change, upheaval, chaos. Okay, disaster, which pulls us out of comfort zone. Okay, but because this card is in the ignore position, we can see that whatever you were getting scared of, that is actually not going to happen. Okay, whatever is making you scared in the month of July, that is actually not going to happen. That is the energy I'm seeing. You might feel like this bad things will happen, that bad things will happen for me in the month of July. You might feel like that a lot. Okay, just randomly this question, things will happen to you, like this may go wrong or this may happen. You might feel like that a lot, but that is actually not going to happen in the month of July. Okay, you will see that, you will notice that yourself. So you might be overthinking a lot as well. You might be thinking, if this not works out, if this plan breaks up, if everything collapses, you might feel like that. But the spirit is saying not everything needs to be broken down. Some things can take because something new is entering in your life, something more positive, more fulfilling is entering in your life. So some changes can happen softly too. Not all transformation comes in fire, right? So the things that you will ignore in this month are overreaction, number one. Number two, fear of worst case scenario. Number three, constant this what if everything goes wrong, that kind of thought. Okay, so you have to ignore these parts very strongly. Okay, I'm telling you, sometimes change doesn't mean destruction, it means realignment. So trust, you have to have some trust. Whatever breaks for a good reason, but always, but not everything will break, so not always everything breaks. So stop thinking about that as well. Next is about your career, and for career you got this beautiful card of Venus. Okay, this is my favorite card in the whole deck. It's so pretty. Can you see? There are bees, there are obviously the Venus planet, and there are so beautiful flowers everywhere. This is so pretty. Okay, and I with this Venus card, I'm also sensing that you might meet your partner. Uh, if you're single, and then you might meet your partner in your workplace. Okay, if you're in school, if you're in college. Okay, no school. I don't think anyone from school is watching this. But again, if you're in college, if you're in a company doing any job, also there, probably you might meet your future partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend or anyone from your workplace. Okay, there could be a possibility. In this month, you may meet that man or woman. So let's dive deep into it. Let's see what does this card means about your career. So first of all, with this Venus and Beloved card, I can already sense that the energy will be very much soft and graceful, and also it could be connection based. So connections in your workplace will be very much important in this month as well. So with the Venus card, I can see in this month, wherever you will use your heart, use your emotions in work, only that place will flourish. Okay, if you use your heart and passion in the, especially in the month of July, wherever you will put your heart and passion in any sector of your work, that sector will flourish, that sector will grow. If you're in a creative field like art, beauty, content creation, healing, fashion, communication, then this Venus card is like a blessing for you. But even if you're in a corporate field like technical or any structural field, then also this card can say, if you use your heart, or if you love doing your job, or if you approach your work with love and gentleness, then there could be, then you can shine it. Okay, you can shine on it. Otherwise your energy will be dried up. Okay, and one thing I'm also sensing is that some client or colleague or opportunity will come towards you in the month of March, in case of July. Sorry, in, why did I say March? Sorry, in the month of July, which could bring heart-based connection as well. Okay, where you will be very deep, you will emotionally connect with those people. So spirit is saying, if you love your work, that work will love you too. If you love your work, then that work will love you too. So uh, as in love means what? That career will love you too means what? It means you will receive some financial reward, you will receive appreciation, you will receive peace as well. So in July, say no to hustle and gracefully grow, and your presence, your charm, and your heart, just follow that. Okay, follow your heart, follow your presence, and follow your charm, because if you follow those things, it will bring big possibilities towards you. So let's move on to your love life. And for love life, we got progressions, journey. So with the progressions, I'm saying that you're going through a very important phase in your love life. If you're currently in any kind of connection, or if any connection is coming towards you in the month of July, that connection is just not an emotional moment, but a part of a soul journey. Okay, so, and by soul journey, it doesn't means that something is happening in one day, in one moment. It is a process where you're growing, where you're learning, and you're evolving into a new version of yourself. In love life, if you are single, then slowly a emotionally aware person is entering in your life. Someone who is not just romantic but also spiritually aligned. And also you're asking yourself about the patterns in your love, what patterns you show in your love. You're choosing what kind of connection you want. That is also I'm saying. And if you're committed, then this month in your relationship, a deeper, you're entering a deeper level into your relationship. Maybe some maybe some misunderstandings from your past will clear up, or maybe both of you will understand that this feeling is not just a small connection, it's not just emotion. This connection is a journey and a responsibility too. Love, in this month, love will not come like a shock. It will come like a realization, a maturity, and like a transformation. Love will enter your life. Spirit is saying you will learn something from romance, you will learn something from love, and your meaning about love will also change in this month. Okay, so let's come to the last card, that is square, semi-square, tension. So what does this card mean in case of health? Let's see. Just want to put this in front. In the month of July, you might feel some tension building up inside your body. Maybe it cannot be directly visible. It could be subtle. And I'm not feeling that it is totally physical. It's mostly mental, okay? You might feel very tired, but you will not understand why you're very tired. You might feel like nothing is happening good. You might feel, restlessness. but without any reason. Okay, you know, you will not find meaning in anything. You will not find anything good. You will not find anything pleasure. Okay? Or you will see some sleep issues, some digestion imbalance, or some sudden irritability. Okay, it could also be mood swings, or you might nag about small things. But this tension will slowly eat your energy. So in this month, if you're even physically well, if your physical level is well, rest is still very much important for you. Okay, you have to take some rest. You have to give some boundaries, okay, mental boundaries. Especially if you feel pressured by someone's presence, cut them off your life, okay, or ignore them. Try to ignore them as much as possible. And if you suppress your emotions, if you suppress your emotions a lot, one day it will explode, and that is very bad. Okay, so you have to give priorities to your emotions as well. Don't enter into a situation where there could be conflict. Okay, don't enter into a situation. Don't gossip, don't do any kind of things, because this pent up things will explode one day. For example, don't watch content on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you, this is an example, it will not relate with everyone, or YouTube, where it doesn't suit with your mindset. Okay, where it doesn't suit with your ideology. Okay, it will just piss you off. Maybe you will not react at that time, but it will pent up inside you. Those content you're feeding your mind, it will pent up, and then you will burst one day, and that is very bad for your body and your mind. So don't do that. Just click on the not interested button. Just dislike it or do something so that the algorithm doesn't show those kind of content regularly. Okay, that's something you can do. So look, your body wants to be good. So if you don't express your emotions, then that responsibility body will take. So do accordingly. Okay, if you consciously release your tension one by one slowly, then you will see progress in your body as well. Okay, so that's all. If you're reading, hope you liked it. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. Do let me know about your thoughts in the comment section, and like my video. And if you want a deeper reading, if you want a personalized reading, personal bookings are available. You can check the description box on how you can book and what is the price. Everything is given. Do check it out. Okay, thank you so much. Tata, bye bye, take care. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to your July's prediction and guidance reading. So we will be covering 7 questions. We have tarot cards and oracle cards. We will use both of them to predict. Okay, so the first question is, what will you accomplish? And for that you have got King of Cups in reversed. You might not be seeing this right now, but it's okay, I will fix everything. You got the Six of Swords in upright for what obstacle will you face. Next is, what should you embrace? And for that you got the Ace of Cups in reversed. What should you ignore? And you got Five of Wands in upright. For your career you got Chiron Heel. For love life in the month of July you got Venus Beloved. And for health you got Virgo Digest. Okay, let's fix the cards and then come back to the reading. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is, what will you accomplish in the month of July? And for that you got King of Cups in reversed. So in this month you will feel a big emotional shift is something I'm sensing. You will finally understand, for standing up for others, for being there for others, you have forgot yourself. You have forgot taking care of yourself. With the King of Cups in reverse, I can see that you're trying to be happy. You're trying to be peaceful from outside. You're trying to be very much peaceful from outside, but from inside you're emotionally overloaded. So in the month of July, I'm seeing that you will start accepting the inner truth. You will start accepting the truth inside yourself. Rather than saying, I am all right, you will accept. You will accept your feelings, you will accept your emotions. If there is pressure, you will cry. If there is a need to say no, you will be strong in your boundaries and say no. I'm saying with the King of Cups in reverse that in this month, you will go through a deep healing. You will go through a deep healing path where you will not keep control in everything in your life. Rather than that, you will be your biggest friend. Okay. So, next question was what obstacle you're going to face in the month of July, and for that you got the Six of Swords in upright. I'm sensing that you're trying to come out of a mental or emotional situation, a mental or emotional phase. Okay, maybe that situation is a bit old or stagnant, where you wanted to come out for a long time but it wasn't happening. So I'm saying that you can finally come out of it. Maybe this path of coming out of the situation is also not easy. Maybe you might feel like you know that you have to go somewhere, you know that you have to grow up, you have to progress, you have to go through the journey, you have to make some change, but you can't. Somehow you can't. Maybe you want to let go of your past and move forward towards peace, but inside there is some fear, maybe some memories that is turning you back towards the past. Maybe there are some traumas, there are some healing that is needed. So you cannot come out of your past. Okay, so the spirit is saying whatever you have left was not bad, but you deserve something better. Okay, whatever you have left off, maybe it is not bad, but you deserve much more better. So rather than looking back, look forward and move on with your life. Okay, and also I'm seeing that there could be some obstacles of like if you didn't want some, maybe it could happen in work related sector. Maybe you didn't want some transfer but you have to go somewhere else. That could be an obstacle. Or maybe you have to go abroad or any other state. You didn't want it to go somewhere else, you didn't want it to leave that place, but you're forced to go somewhere. That could be an obstacle. And in the month of July, and maybe some travel related. Okay, you probably a travel could be an obstacle for you. Okay, because if you stayed back in your home, maybe you could have done some work, you could have gained some profitable opportunity, but because you're choosing to travel, it could be trouble. Okay, it could be an obstacle. So next was Ace of Cups in reverse. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, the first thing I'm seeing is that okay, so the question was what you should accept, what you should embrace. So first thing I'm saying that you have to be a little bit emotionally closed off. Don't be too much, don't say too much. I'm not trying to say don't be too much. You can be anything you want, you can be too much, it's okay to be too much. Okay, but don't express that, because not everybody deserves your energy, not everybody deserves your reaction. So don't react too much in front of others, keep it to yourself, or just don't mingle with people where you have to react too much. Okay, and don't dump everything to yourself. You can somehow show it in some way, but don't be, if you're feeling angry with someone, show your anger, but try to not be very much angry. And if you're feeling too much care for others, don't be so much caring, because you will not get it back. Okay, not everybody deserves your love, deserves your emotions. Okay, rather than giving others love, focus on yourself, give yourself love. Okay, you might feel like that you're waiting for someone else to love you, but what you need to know is that you have to love yourself. You have to ask this question: do I love myself? Am I in peace because of myself? Can I be in a peaceful state by myself? So in this month, expectations will give you pain. Okay, so in this month you will learn expectations will give you pain. Have expectations from yourself, not from others. That's all. Okay. Okay, next verse, what should you ignore? And for that you got the card Five of Wands. Okay, with the Five of Wands, I can clearly see that you have to avoid or ignore getting into any kind of conflict. Okay, don't get into any kind of conflict. So with the Ace of Cups, I was also saying that embrace inner peace and outer peace. So try to avoid conflict. That is something that is very important. Try to avoid conflict. Don't be in places where you might feel emotionally charged or you might feel very much angry. Okay, so you have to avoid conflict, battle of ego, any conflict where you have to say some things. Okay, uh, just try to avoid these kind of things in the month of July. If someone is trying to go against you and argue, or if you're comparing yourself with others, you should just slow down. You should pause. Don't do those things. Okay, Spirit is saying you're not here to fight with other people. You're here to walk in your path. Okay. So try to avoid any kind of conflict and prioritize your peace. Okay. So let's come to career. Okay. So for sorry, for your career, you got the Chiron card with heal. Okay. So in your career, the main theme is healing for this month. Okay. Not just healing others, but healing yourself and healing your relationships in your work. Okay. Maybe you have been doubting your path. Maybe you have had failures that made you shrink your potential. But July is helping you to reclaim your confidence. Your career is not just about a job, it is a part of your soul healing. Even even your phones can guide others if you're ready to own your story. Okay, and if you're in a healing or creative field, your energy is about to become very magnetic. So let your past pain become your power. That is your gift. Okay, next is love life, and for love life we got the beautiful Venus card with beloved. So July is all about bringing softness into your love life. Okay, this is not some fiery passion or chaos. This is ease, this is grace, and this is affection. Okay, if you're single, you're attracting someone who sees your worth, who values deep emotional connection. You may not even need to chase this person. The energy will flow towards you. This person will flow towards you. Okay, not literally fly towards you. It's not like he or she has wings, but the energy might feel like that. Okay, the energy might feel like they have flew from their home towards yours. Okay, from their heart towards yours. Okay, and if you're in a relationship, this month strengthens the bond. Okay, this month will strengthen the bond between you two. There will be more sweetness, there will be more gentleness, and obviously there will be more understanding. Okay, and you have to understand with the Venus card, it is telling you that you don't have to fight for love. No, you don't have to fight for love. Let it come towards you. Let it feel beautiful again, like how you used to see in the movies, in romance movies, how beautiful love was. That's how love is meant for you in the month of July. So let it flow towards you, okay? Last card is Vargo Digest, and obviously, question was health. So with this, your body is talking is something I'm feeling through little signs. Like this month, you may feel bloated, anxious. You might be unable to sleep or have mild digestion issues as well. But the root is not just physical, okay? It is emotional. What are you trying to digest emotionally? What are you holding in instead of processing? Ask that, okay? And this card is reminding you your mental and physical wellness are deeply connected. So eat lighter, rest more, and let go of any guilt and mental clutter. Okay? So clean. So this card is telling you to clean, okay? Do some cleansing, okay? not just your diet, but your mind too. Okay. So overall, I'm saying that July is asking you to slow down, tune in, and care for your heart. Look, you're not being tested, okay? You're being you're being guided towards emotional maturity. Okay. This is like a soft revolution. This is like a soft rejuvenation, okay? Where healing, peace, and true love will finally begin, but from within first, and then the rest of things will follow. Okay. The rest of the things will be followed. So that's all for your reading. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Tata. Bye bye. Take care. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Like to my videos and share your thoughts on the comment section. If you want a personalized reading from me, if you liked my vibe, if you matched with my vibe, if you want a personal reading with me, in the description box you will find all the details about about the fees, where you can book. Everything is given in the description box. Do check it out. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye.